Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news all right, so let's dive into this wild rumor that's been buzzing around the NFL circles lately. The word on the street is that the San Francisco 49ers are eyeing a blockbuster trade that could shake up the entire league, and it involves none other than T.J. Watt, the elite edge rusher from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I know what you're thinking. T.J. Watt. The Steelers star? Yeah, that's right. And if this trade happens, it could be one of the biggest moves of the season, potentially changing the landscape of the NFC West and setting the 49ers up for an even more dominant run. But let's unpack all of this piece by piece because this isn't just any rumor, it's a game changer. First, let me give you some background on Watt. The guy is a total game wrecker. At 31 years old, he's still playing at an elite level, especially in 2025, when he racked up 13 sacks and 75 pressures in just 15 games. His PFF pass rush grade hit a stellar 95, and he maintained a pressure rate of around 26%. That's relentless pressure on the quarterback, folks. He's also good at hitting the QB, 28 hits in a season, and has a knack for forcing fumbles, with 4 forced fumbles in 2025. All these numbers tell you that Watt is a disruptive force every time he steps on the field, and he's been one of the top pass rushers in the league for years now. His career total of 115 sacks, 500 pressures, and a near 90 overall PFF grade proves just how consistent and dominant he's been throughout his career. And even with some injury hiccups, like the hamstring injury in 2025 that made him miss 2 games, Watt has shown resilience and high-level production. Now, the Steelers are sitting at an 8-9 record in 2025, which isn't quite what they hoped for, especially after their recent rebuild efforts post-2021. Pittsburgh is looking to reshape its roster, and one way to do that is through a major trade. The whispers suggest that Watt could be heading west to the 49ers in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-round pick in 2027. The Steelers are reportedly open to trading Watt because they see this as an opportunity to accelerate their rebuild. After all, their cap situation for 2026 is around $22 million, but they're also carrying about $10 million in dead money. Trading Watt would free up roughly $18 million in cap space, which they could then redirect toward developing young talent, bolstering their offensive line, and extending key players like Pickens. It's a classic rebuild move: trade the veteran for picks, get younger, and aim for a brighter future. On the flip side, the 49ers are definitely interested. They've been eyeing ways to keep their pass rush elite, especially after some injury concerns on the defensive line. Bosa has been fantastic with 9 sacks so far, but adding Watt would elevate their pressure game even more. Imagine a duo of Watt and Bosa rushing the passer. Opposing quarterbacks would be sweating bullets. Their combined sacks could reach well over 28 in a season, and that kind of pressure is what makes defenses dominant. Plus, it's not just about sacks. Watt's ability to generate pressure, projected at over 15 sacks this season, would help the 49ers cut down on big plays, force more turnovers, and increase their overall defensive impact. Let's talk about the numbers that matter here. Watt's presence would boost the 49ers' pressure rate from around 18% to over 22.5%. That's a massive jump, and it means more QB hits, more hurried throws, and more opportunities for turnovers. The 49ers' defense has already been pretty stout, but adding a player of Watt's caliber takes it to a whole new level. His impact on the field is reminiscent of some of the best pass rushers in recent memory. For example, after losing Miller in 2021, the Rams saw a significant increase in pressures per game, and that's the kind of impact Watt can bring to Levi's Stadium. He's a proven playmaker. His ability to force fumbles, pressure quarterbacks, and disrupt the offensive rhythm is second to none. And it's not just about the pass rush. Watt's influence extends to the entire defense. His presence on the field can inspire teammates, and with his ability to generate turnovers, projected to force around 10 to 12 turnovers this season. He can be a true game changer. The 49ers defense, which is already playing at an elite level with an overall PFF grade of about 85-2, could see that number rise closer to 95 with Watt on the field. His addition would also help the team against tough opponents like the Seahawks, where they could use all the help they can get to limit big plays. Remember, the 49ers have been able to reduce big plays allowed from 14 down to just 8 this season, thanks to their disciplined secondary and relentless pass rush. Watt's presence would only solidify that improvement. Now, what about the cap implications? The 49ers currently have a cap space of around $34 million for 2026, which would give them enough flexibility to add Watt without sacrificing too much. They could also explore adding depth at cornerback or other positions in the secondary, which has been a focus this season. The potential contract for Watt, considering his age and production, would be around $25 million per year, fitting into their cap structure if managed properly. Plus, with his reputation and impact, Watt's acquisition could be a key piece in the pursuit of a third Super Bowl title for San Francisco. And speaking of the Super Bowl, the odds have shifted quite a bit lately. Initially, the 49ers were considered strong contenders, but with this potential addition of Watt, those odds could skyrocket. Bookmakers are now giving San Francisco plus 2-0 odds to win Super Bowl LXI, but with Watt in the mix, those numbers could improve dramatically, possibly down to plus 800. That's a huge jump, and it reflects the belief that Watt could be the final piece that pushes the 49ers over the top. His impact in the playoffs has been undeniable, with a career total of 10 sacks in postseason play. His presence in big games has often been the difference maker, and with the 49ers roster, he could help them become even more unstoppable. Now, let's not forget the bigger picture here. If this trade goes through, it could be a seismic shift in the NFC West. The Seahawks have been trying to stay competitive, but losing a player like Watt could tilt the division even more in San Francisco's favor. Meanwhile, rumors are swirling about Bosa potentially being traded in 2024, which would send shockwaves through the league. But with Watt, the 49ers could be building a defensive dynasty, one that could challenge the all-time greats and secure multiple rings. The idea of Watt and Bosa rushing from opposite sides, forcing quarterbacks into mistakes, is a sight that every 49ers fan would love to see. Of course, there are skeptics. Some say that trading Watt at 31 might be risky, given his age, but the analytics tell a different story. Watt's consistent production and high-pressure rate make him a safe investment for the next couple of seasons. Plus, his ability to make game-changing plays in critical moments makes this a move worth considering. The Steelers, on the other hand, are betting on youth and the future, focusing on building a team that can compete for years to come. Their priority is to develop younger players and extend contracts like Pickens, and trading Watt could be part of that strategy. In conclusion, if this trade materializes, it's going to be a game changer not just for the 49ers, but for the entire league. Watt's addition would send a message that San Francisco is serious about staying at the top, and it could ignite a new era of dominance at Levi's Stadium. The combination of Watt and Bosa could be one of the most fearsome pass-rushing duos in NFL history, and it's exactly what the 49ers need to finally push through to the Super Bowl and bring home another championship. The NFC West might never be the same, and San Francisco fans, you better get ready for a thrilling ride. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you think, Niners faithful? Are we about to witness one of the most significant trades in recent NFL history? Will Watt be the missing piece that finally gets us back to the Super Bowl and lifts the Lombardi Trophy? I know, it's a lot to process, but this is the kind of move that could define the next decade for San Francisco. The NFL is a league of moments, and right now, the 49ers are on the cusp of potentially creating a new dynasty. The anticipation is real, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds in the coming weeks. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news.